4, I believe.
Howdy.
Hey. So we just got done. Actually, I guess we'll start off with the second inaugural Yarn Rith. We had a League 5v5 just happened. That's ending tomorrow, the 29th at noon Pacific, I believe. So, not much time left, but the Guardians of Ran did close the gap a little bit, so there's definitely some pressure at least, which I think will be fun for both great companies, even if, regardless of who wins, there's definitely a solid chance for either one to win right now if they can rack up a lot of points for Ran to come back, or Companions of Argyr to, stave off the comeback. So that'll be cool. And other than that, this week, I know Scrab's Guild, we did some codex entries, stuff like that. One thing I have that I want to do is that was suggested was that we change the rules so that, or not change the rules, but add actual text rules. So probably I'll take the pocket guide and put that, it's just like a page worth, in an actual message on Discord in the rules. And then everything else will be the same, handbook and everything will be in images and PDFs below that. But then we'll just have something that's very easy to look at and easy to look at on mobile too, which is nice because I know looking at some of our rules images and downloading PDFs and stuff is all a little bit of a hassle on mobile. So it's one thing that I think will be nice for that. So appreciate the suggestion on that one, and we'll do that. And there's a couple updates I need to do as well. I think just one or two housekeeping things. I think Soullight still lists as Jarl, so I have to make sure Route is listed as Jarl. So that's one update I need to do. And yeah, let's see. Check my document here, see if we got anything else. I do need to make a year 2 mark for the Festival of Ostara for the 3 people who actually did the scavenger hunt.
Oh yeah.
I'd intended to list a top 3, but it wound up being both a top 3 and an everyone. But I still appreciate the 3 who did it, and they all did a good job, found almost everything, which is pretty cool.
I'll take both marks.
Has that ended, or is that still going till the end of the event?
It ended, yeah. So the Festival of Ostara was the 20th, and I had it run through a Sunday night, which was the 24th. So midnight, the night of the 24th, was the last day for it. So not a lot of participation, but I think one thing I will try to make clear, maybe with the next festivals, is I'm planning on doing like year marks, the same way we have like year marks for how many years you've been in WA. I think for the festivals, I'm gonna add like a Roman numeral or something like that to show how many years in a row you've done the festival for people who say do it a few years in a row, because I actually think a lot of the motivation for some people to do it is just to get the mark. So if people already have the mark and there's nothing else to do, well, why do it, for some people. So I think adding that so you can sort of continually upgrade your festival mark would be one nice addition there. So I am doing that this one. I did announce it, but I feel like I didn't make a big enough deal about it, so I'm going to try to do that more so in advance for the next festival, I think. I mean, House Commander is one to host them, but I've been obviously having a big part in kind of how those are hosted too. Just looking at some other stuff here. Yeah, I think that's about it. There's a couple other random things I want to work on. I was thinking about trying to update the card game, and that's going to be a tall task, but something that could be done. I'm not sure what the timetable would be on that, but that's definitely something I just had the thought of doing. I know back in the day, a few months back, Knott was saying he would want to work on it, but he kind of went AWOL. So I think I might try to do it myself, but we'll see. I think it would be nice just because it's one of these games where, as long as you have Tabletop Simulator, which a bunch of people do, everyone can play, and it might be fun to play during WA events and stuff like that. This would be one extra thing we can do to celebrate and whatnot, so I think it'd be cool to have an updated one, and I'll try to workshop the rules and get feedback from everybody. I'll see what I do. I might just make a forum thread or something, and then post a link to it and try to get everybody's feedback and just try to create a set of rules that are pretty good. I mean, I don't think I have the same understanding of like card game mechanics that Knott did. That was one nice thing, is that guy plays so many card games, so I think and was also good with like technical stuff. But hopefully I can give it a decent shot, and we all put our minds together, we can come up with a decent rule set rule changes to make it fairly fun for everybody, hopefully. And also update because the only people featured in the card game were when I made it like a year or two ago, so we got a huge number of WA members that are not in it that should be, so that's another reason to update it. But yeah, it's kind of what I got planned. So I guess I'll just throw it off to if anybody has anything else they want to talk about or something I'm forgetting, or any questions or anything.
I mean, shameless plugs, but congrats, Foos, for achieving the rank of Berserker.
Thank you.
Good job in everything you've been doing. Keep it up.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we've had a few cool promotions. Yeah, and congrats, Ricky, on a promotion to Huskarl
Oscar.
as well. But definitely,
Congrats.
yeah, nice work, guys. Well deserved. I think Vinia also is not here, but Vinia made Berserker as well. So congrats to him. I know he's been doing some awesome work as a scribe. I mean, he actually is the one scribe where I actually believe he's the only one. I'm not sure, but I mean, he had just been writing codex entries just randomly, and I was like, "Hey, why aren't you a scribe?" And he was like, "Oh, I guess I could be a scribe." So yeah, he's definitely
Who are we talking
does
about?
some great work. Avinia.
Yeah. He's been great.
Yeah, so congrats you three, and some other promotions I think as well. Let's double check Obsidian Hall here. Might as well. Yeah, congrats. Well, congrats to everybody listed there. We got Glaurung, Artie, Aragorn, and Fjormund all going to Warrior. It's nice. Something I always like to see is I feel like we have a lot of scouts who are like new recruits, and it's always nice to see them make Warrior because then it's like you're really like full-fledged member, and it kind of gives you a good feeling that they're going to stick around. Three of these people joined the clan like 7 years ago, so we kind of know they'll be around a while, but still nice to see.
I guess I would like to mention, as many of you realize, the theme channel has been put in place. It'll be here for the next week and a half, and to use it if you have not yet used it, but I think everybody here has. But also, I have a limit on how many different pets you can post because we plan on at least like some of the topics recycling them because people change, people get new pets, and we get new people or whatever have you, favorite movie changes, etc. So just bear that in mind. You don't be mad because you can't post all of your pets at this time. The limit is just for much as me as it is for everybody else because I have like 20 pets. So like, definitely use it.
Yeah, it seems like a bunch of people have been using it, so that's super cool to see. I think it's a great idea.
Can I post Canada as my pet?
No.
Steve.
God damn it.
All right. Well, anybody have anything else they'd like to bring up?
Nope.
Alrighty. Well, it could be a short fireside. I guess, yeah, we kind of talked about the Yarnrith. I guess I would like to say, I didn't really say it, but I'll throw this out because I said it before we started streaming, but the servers for the Discord Stream Kit overlay, which is the little thing on the stream where it shows who's talking and when, which is really nice, and somebody showed me how to add that a few months ago, and it's really handy. And unfortunately, their servers are down right now, so we will not have it on this fireside for anybody watching live or watching the VOD. Apologies if there's any confusion about figuring out who is talking, but I assume their servers will be back up soon, so this will just be a one-time deal. But yeah, and then I was just gonna say thanks to everyone for participating in the Yarnrith thus far. It's not over quite yet, but while we didn't get as many points and as much activity as the Hjor thing, the house competition last year, at least it's been way more successful than the first Yarnrith, the first warband competition last year. And there were some reasons for that one. One reason was we did it right after the Hjor thing, so people were kind of burnt out, but it's still really nice to see it going really well. And nice job, Con and Manny, on organizing it. I really haven't done anything. I think the only thing I've done is edit the scoreboard in GIMP, which I'm happy to do. It's very easy to do, so no problem there. And that's another thing where it's like, I don't know, there's a lot of random stuff I do where it's like I don't really think about it as being a lot of work or very time consuming, but then once somebody else takes over, I realize like it's like a huge, way off my mind and stuff for stuff like that. So appreciate you guys hosting that. So yeah, I guess with that, only about 15 minutes
Beth?
in, but yeah, what's up?
I don't know if this has been mentioned, but I know me and Manny had discussed it at some point. Would it be possible to add new stuff to the images scrolling on the Fireside stream?
Absolutely, yeah.
Because we were thinking of maybe like requesting that our flags be put up there.
Oh, that would, yeah. We can definitely do that. I have some of the older flags in a folder. I probably have most of them saved, but that's a good idea. Yeah, I actually just wrote that down. But we can definitely
Kinda-
add those.
Can we just make a
I was thinking
Guardians?
perhaps like.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Oh, I was just thinking like perhaps like flags, coats of arms, etc. Just to kind of give that a bit of an update. But
What about like a highlight reel or something like screenshots and scores and just throw it all in.
firearms.
And just put it on rotation like every 10 seconds, just make like a slideshow out of it.
I mean, it's already a slideshow. It's just that it's all artwork and maybe like 2 or 3 screenshots. I know there's one from WoW, blah blah blah. But the new flag, some coats of arms that people have designed over the years. We haven't had much artwork like WA artwork recently, but we could add a lot of the symbolism we've had recently because we've had a lot of newer stuff added over the
We
time.
got some boats.
Rip
We
Tommy
got
Orca.
boats. Well, we got the boats. That'd be cool as well. Yeah, just
I love me a boat.
new things.
I
New
worked
things.
like 40 hours on that boat. Damn it.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
put a Rod's boat in there.
We can definitely do that. Yeah. Sorry, I was just making some notes there.
Of course, of course.
But yeah, that's a good idea for sure. Pretty much everything we have showing is really old, like at least 10 years old, if not 15-year-old stuff drawn by like Scaldi or Volunder. So I'll probably leave that stuff in there. Some of them might like it, but I think it'd be nice to have some more recent additions for sure.
I have a question.
Speaking. Oh no, after you.
Speaking of art, who's the technical leader of the Artificers Guild? Is there an actual
I believe technically, Soullight, if I'm not. No, that's right. Volunder is technically the leader. Which is, Volunder's not terribly active, so it might not be a bad idea to put somebody else as the leader of that. Maybe they can get some stuff rolling in that department.
Yeah, okay. I was just curious.
But yeah, I guess if anyone wants to volunteer, definitely.
Can I volunteer somebody?
Yeah. I
How about
guess.
Lamont, since he seems to do a lot of the art?
That seems like a fine Vic. Yeah, I mean, whoever wants to do it, really. I mean.
I'm too new here to kind of volunteer because I don't know how the artwork works, but I kind of already do illustrations about medieval stuff. So now that I know that kind of thing exists on the
Yeah,
Would
we
you
have-
like to at least join?
Yeah, I didn't know that. I'm
Oh.
really new. This is my first
looks like
Fireside.
you have the role. Did somebody just beat me? Just
I may have
Well,
added
we're
it as soon
really
as you
glad to
mentioned
have you.
medieval art. Welcome to the
Yes.
Artificers Guild.
So
And
yeah,
welcome to WA as well. You said you were new, yeah?
yeah, I'm kind of getting used to it yet. So when I kind of understand how the things work better, I might volunteer to help with the art stuff.
We'll get you sorted. You should have access to a new channel for that guild where people would discuss artwork things.
I see.
it's under the meat hall. And be on the lookout because I know I personally have some jobs for people to do because I don't want to do a bunch of art
Bet
all the time.
Lamont will enjoy a second artifice.
Well, cool. Well, cool to hear about your art stuff, and yeah, welcome to the guild. And
Yeah, thanks.
sure, and yeah, I guess we'll look to get a leader for that. I know some of the guilds we haven't had too much going on. I mean, it's always kind of been with those where it's not like, oh, they have to be doing something all the time, but it would be cool to see.
Well, the
Just some.
scribes have been very successful, I would say.
That's true. That's very true. I didn't want to brag.
Well,
But
it is successful, and that's a good thing for WA as a whole. You don't have to brag about it.
it's true. Well, yeah, all right. Anybody have anything else they would like to discuss?
Actually, yes, on the topic of art and stuff, I am looking for, I'm looking to design like a diagram of the US Colgate. I don't know if anyone has any expertise, a little bit of knowledge in it, but it's actually not something that I've ever done before. So, those of you who might know about that, please feel free to hit me up since we don't have the chat thing. It's Manny Gothy Mannyling. Hit me up, and I actually would really like to get something sorted for that, so that we have an actual physical thing for our ship.
Yeah, that'd be super cool. That just reminds me of another thing I have on here that I haven't gotten to that I was adding descriptions for some of the ships. I wanted to get those written about some of the ships that aren't warband ships because um, yeah, I mean obviously nobody else would know what they're supposed to look like. So I think a couple of ships like the Vigilant, the Varsis, the Seeker, all those I'll try to write up some stuff about those. That's everything I have.
I think Kusi and Raud need to figure out their flagships as well. The Ran and the Aegir.
Ah, yes.
Indeed.
That's up to
And
them.
actually,
Oh lord, that's another 40 hours.
Yeah,
actually as well, Vest, I do want to, sorry for interrupting you, Pato. I do want to actually offer my assistance to you in some of those other ship description thing. If you'd like a hand with writing those, I have more than enough time.
Oh, sure. No, I think that'd be cool just to, the more different people we have writing each one, the more unique each one is. So yeah, I just might message you to take you up on it. Alrighty, well, anybody have anything else?
I'd like to ask something. We haven't had a presentation in a little while, and I guess I'm going to take that task into my own hands. I would like to. What would a good subject be for next week, so I can start doing research?
Oh, I could pick so many.
I'm asking if there's anything that anyone here would like to know, so that I can start gathering information.
Well, we did have, and this is a bit of a touchy subject, but I think it would be a cool one. Would be the what led to the. Actually, you might have a hard time researching this now that I think about it. But it was just a thought I had with Warrior coming back. Was the council falling out, wherein Warrior and Moscow were kind of feuding, and Warrior got rid of the forums and all that stuff. But the problem is, Warrior got rid of the forums, so you're not going to find a lot of forum records about the event. So that could be a tough one, but that was just a thought I had.
Yeah, no, that's a good one.
Well, who was there?
I was there.
Present.
I'll tell you.
I was there. Kusiag was there. Ulf was there. Io was there. Well, Warrior was there.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's plenty of people I could at least, ask questions.
Yeah, and there's some. If you look on the forum, some of the earliest threads are Moscow and Dane discussing their side of what happened. So there's some stuff in the forums. You're just not going to get something from a Warrior, and there actually is from Eldfinner, who I just wrote his codex entry. Eldfinner was at Warrior's side in that. And he later made some threads where he felt that he messed up during that, so he was kind of making apology threads. But he made some threads there, so he posted some stuff. And I can throw you links or something of what I can think of. But
Oh, that'd be awesome.
yeah.
So what is this called? Does it have an official name? The event?
I think in his codex entry I called it like the Warrior Moscow feud. I don't know if that's accurate, but I want to say Dane actually had some kind of term for it, something about the council, the sundering of the council or something. I don't know, something quite.
Dane might be a good resource to check into also.
That
I
is
mean-
true. He would definitely. He was very much around.
If you were to talk to Moscow, I'm sure he'd say it was Warriors' coup attempt. But
Well, yeah, and Warrior said it was Moscow's coup attempt. So you've got, you know,
You could talk to them both, and it's probably somewhere in the middle.
yeah.
Well, so
right.
Vess, could you link me a couple of things and possibly list me anyone I could contact so I can start doing my research?
Yeah, for sure.
I appreciate it.
I want to say Eldfinner is on the server. Ricky, I feel like you've got a good memory for these things. Do you remember talking to Eldfinner at one point? Like he's a guest on the server?
Eldfinner? I have not spoken to Eldfinner on here.
I'm pretty sure he has an account, or he did, but it was a weird name, so I'd never know what it is. But, yeah. Anyway,
If I can have another topic suggestion, I'd like to know more about the Dawn of WA.
that's a good one. You could talk to Warrior and Dane about that too, actually.
Beginning.
There's another one, yeah.
Oh, that would
The
be
Dawn
cool.
of WA, wasn't that just edgy 14-year-olds?
Yes.
At least that's something we've got some historical
We have a
sources
little bit of
for.
stuff on that. Yeah.
If you look at the WA timeline and history of the
Timeline.
clans, yeah, those two
Yeah.
are going to be pretty good. I mean, honestly, and I don't want to say don't talk to Dane or Warrior, but I think they both admitted quite many times that their memory they don't remember very much at all from way back then. So I'm not sure how much they'd be able to give you, but who knows?
All right, I'll keep these in mind. These are great ideas.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Thanks for volunteering to do it. I think that'd be super.
No, I
cool.
mean, I enjoy doing them. It's just that sometimes I just don't have the time to do it, and it might not be next week, but guaranteed next 2 weeks I'll have some sort of presentation.
Cool. Sounds good. Well, anybody got anything else they'd want to talk about? All right. Well, I assume we're probably good to go then. Thanks everybody for bringing up more stuff. We got a good 25 minutes, which I think is pretty nice. Usually we're somewhere in the vicinity of 20 to 30 minutes, which is I think a sign of a pretty productive meeting. But yeah, thanks everybody for showing up. Thanks anyone watching live or watching the VOD. I'll get this uploaded to YouTube as soon as we end the stream here. It usually takes 30 minutes or something for it to get uploaded. And hopefully, yes, the Discord where it shows who's talking will be back for next week. Hopefully their servers are back. And yeah, we'll see everybody for Fireside Chat 55 next week, Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific.